What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and more specifically, the pre-patch and how you guys can make a shit ton of gold when the pre-patch hits. Because when the pre-patch hits, you better be prepared, because there's going to be so much gold to be made. And when the pre-patch is already hit, everyone and their mom is going to try to go out in the open world and do gold farms to prepare. So it's going to be relatively tough when the pre-patch is first in the game, right? So how do you do this? Well, I get a ton of questions about this like almost every single day. And I recently returned to TBC Classic because I wanted to play a different main in Wrath of Lich King. So I leveled up my warrior. I had like 35,000 gold. I bought epic flying and some gems and enchants and so on it. And now I'm back up to 55,000 gold, which is not a lot of gold. But like if you compare it to the people doing gold DKP runs and boosting and strat home and all of that, it's not a lot of gold. But this is just me doing a bunch of the different gold farms from the TBC gold guide. That's all I've done in order to make gold, right? And I also have a lot of investments that will make a lot of gold on in pre-patch, which we're going to talk about. I do want to mention, though, if you guys want to get into a good position when Wrath of Lich King releases, right now I'm doing a big sale on the complete gold guide for Wrath of the Lich King Classic. So by using the code SALE, you can get the Wrath of Lich King gold guide for only $9.90. So if that is interesting and you guys have bought my previous gold guides and you really like them, you're really going to like this one as well. It's linked down below in the description and pinned comments. But pretty much, like, if you think about it, gold making in the pre-patch and preparing for it is really simple, because what's going to happen when the pre-patch hits? Well, everyone is going to come back to the game. Everyone, well, pretty much everyone, is going to buy the level 70 boost, and they're going to boost up a class. So what do they need when they've boosted up a class? They need to level up their professions, right? And as the state of the game is right now, there is a lot of really cheap materials on the auction house because they're not really in that high of a demand right now, right? But they will be in insane demand when people boost their tunes and they got to level up their professions to prepare for Wrath of Lich King. So that is the way that I prepare for Wrath of Lich King pre-patch. Like, you guys can, for instance, what I do is that I use the website called wowfarming.com. Very good website. And you can go on profession guides, then you can go down to TBC Classic guides, and you can click on, for instance, the most, like everyone, literally every single class and spec is going to go engineering, because it's the best profession of Wrath of the Lich King. So if you go on that one, you can scroll down and you can take a look at the materials needed in order to level up the profession. Like, not only will a lot of these items go up in value, right? And they're really cheap right now. But if you look at the materials needed to go from level 300 to 375, you need 270 fel iron bars, right? And 160 adamantite bars. But I don't think a lot of people know how many fel iron bars this is. 270. Now, if you go in your auction house, now this is going to be different from every realm, that, like, depending on what realm you play on, right? But if you go on your realm, and you search up the total amount of fel iron bars, like on my realm, which is a relatively high populated realm, there's 1,612 fel iron bars on the auction house. That's not a lot of bars. That is enough for, like, what, 6 people to max out engineering. 6 people, and the auction house is completely empty of fel iron bars. So what happens when 6 people buys out the amount of fel iron bars that they need? Well, everyone and their mom, once again, is going to go out and do mining for fel iron ore, and the prices will just skyrocket on these, because this is a fairly cheap price right now. Unless Blizzard changes the way that engineering works, this is going to make you a lot of gold. And the same thing goes for, like, all the other materials, like the adamantite bars, for instance. And I do advise you to also, like, if fel iron bars are 1 gold, 90 silver each, and you look at the ore, as long as you have mining, that is, Like right now, I could buy the ore and I could melt it into bars and I could make a profit. So that's what I've been doing like the last couple of days. I've just been buying the ore when the ore has been like really cheap, and I've been melting it into bars. But that's it. Like, it doesn't stop right there, right? That's just one example of how you can make gold. The same thing goes. Like, obviously, you can have more than one profession. So if you go back and you can look at the other professions as well, and you could easily see which materials is needed for what. Like, one thing that will be really big is inscription. Everyone is going to go in, well, not everyone, but a lot of people will go inscription to make glyphs, as that is available in the pre-patch. Now, how do you level inscription? Well, you level inscription by basically milling old school herbs, right? Which means that every herb in the game is going to go up in value. It doesn't matter which herb that they mill, you just got to mill a herb that, like, depending on the level, right? So people will just buy the cheapest herbs of that specific type, and that's how they level them. So the same thing goes for pretty much every profession that's out there. Like, if you want to level blacksmithing as well, you need 170 fel iron bars for that and 140 adamantite. Like, it is expensive. It's going to be very expensive, and you guys can make a lot of gold on this. And some people are going to go jewel crafting. So guess what? Right now, you can buy these green gems very cheaply, right? Very cheaply. So it's another absolutely great investment. I think that everything besides from engineering is a safer investment to make, because look at what they did with leatherworking when TBC was announced. They were like, okay, everyone went leatherworking back in OG TBC, because the drums, they were too OP, so everyone had leatherworking. So that they changed it. They might still do that with engineering, but even if you invest in the fel iron right now, people are still going to want to level up engineering because of all the fun stuff that engineering gives you, like the auction house and Dalaran and all of that, and the parachutes and the boots, the nitro boots. And it's also needed for blacksmithing. So I still think that's a very good investment to make. But there's no way they're going to touch any of the other professions. So that's very, very a good investment to make. So I'm going to link the website WoW Farming down below in the description, so you guys can go ahead and see exactly which materials is needed for which profession, and it's just super easy to do. So that's my plan of making gold when pre-patch hits. Basically just preparing a bunch of materials that's needed in order to level up professions when people get level 70 boost in the pre-patch. Now, if you guys got any questions whatsoever, just leave them down below in the comment section. And don't forget to snatch a copy of the Wrath of the Lich King Gold Guide for $9.90. It's a good offer. Linked down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one. And I will see all of you guys back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.